Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Roots of Yggdrasil map. We're playing as a green player out of the first position. And I get my choice of capital. I'm feeling pretty compelled to take this 2 here. Gives me a lot of access on the board to the middle and to the bottom, to the outside. I could get trapped in here as well, but I think that this is fine. I can play for this bonus on turn 1. Maybe even a bonus in front of me as well. Maybe even the split bonus here with white back in here. Double blizzard on the right hand side. We got 4 blizzards. This is the third map we're reviewing in the Viking Legends map pack as part of our Tier List Tuesday series. This one is 55 territories. Again, 4 blizzards, 51 territories when blizzards are considered. That is 12 territories larger than the classic map when, again, blizzards are considered. So a little bit larger. It's not too bad. There's 13 continents. Most of them very small, most of them +2s, +3s, and or +4s. They're all falling in that realm of things. So we've got 1, 2, 3 +2s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 +3s, and 4 +4s. Black over here. That does create a little bit of an exit route restriction for me. But it also gives me the opportunity to potentially card block that player. I'd love to see white land on this 4 here or the 3 up here. Just stay out of the middle. I don't really want people in the middle. I imagine somebody lands on either this territory here or this one over here, or even Niflrot in the middle, or even Jotunrot. All of those very good spots. We have gone on Stofenlower 1. Hopefully that works out in my favor. But we shall see. We don't see where white goes. I think that the bug that currently exists of, double capital, we're not going to abuse it. It's letting me choose a second capital. I'm not going to choose a second capital, everybody. We're just going to go right back on top of our capital. If this happens to you in a game, don't abuse the bug. Just cap on the spot that otherwise would be your capital. I don't want to hear anybody abusing bugs in this one. Black with a 6 here. Do I go for this? Probably not. I can always change my approach of which cap I go for. Or not which cap, but which bonus. I've got my options in the middle of the board. We're going to hope black plays nice back here. I'd love it if somebody capped on Ashenbrot right next to black. That'd be pretty crazy. We got red over here on the right-hand side. Hit its pink. Leaves a 5 there. He's got 1 on this position. Maybe he's capped here then. Fortifies over. This looks like it's going to try to get into here. He's going to have no means of taking this bonus back here, though. It's really going to come down to whether or not black hits me. Pink slams through the 4 there. Should easily be able to finish this. Unless he gets bad dice, of course. But the 3, he doesn't actually finish it. He goes back to cap. He's going to take it on the next turn. Black is my concern. Puts 1 here. The rest here, he's absolutely going to break me. He's absolutely... He doesn't break me. Wow. Thanks. That was kind. He didn't need to be that nice to me. Do I aggress red? Thinking that maybe red doesn't have that many troops on his capital. If I don't get hit by purple, by the way, I'll get an extra troop for territory count here. I don't imagine red has that much on capital. If he hit through a more than 1 troop here. An 11 here I think is fine. Purple up here hits red. I mean, worst case, I just slam, right? Purple. So I think purple, white, and pink are all up here. If red's in the middle, tough. But we're going to hit red. Bad dice. Let's see if I can win this. Probably not going to happen here. But he's not going to have a lot. So let's just back up. Six on 3 is not a guaranteed roll. Come off. Let's see. He wins it. He's going to have at most 6 on capital. The issue is I can't win his capital. He's got 5. He should pull these troops back. So he had a 4 there. I got hit by a 6. Well, 5 minus 1. There's only 4 remaining troops here. But 1 needs to stay there, so 2 comes back. It's at most 6 on the cap here. Does black go bad neighbor to me? I got really, really bad dice on that 5. That's the issue. With attacker's advantage, I went negative. Otherwise, I maybe have the means of hitting this. Black does not aggress me, which is intriguing. Now, the question is it smarter for me to clear whatever is out of here, or do I let red open me up, right? Purple gets 9. So pink didn't have the bonus. Purple holds the +4 here. I have a 2-point hold, black's cap, my cap for this area. And we don't see what black actually takes there. Maybe he took this bonus in the middle. I don't know that I want to hit there then. It likely doesn't do me any good to go after red at this point. I'm probably, or I could backdoor him again. Because he likely has 0 defense here, right? I think there's 5 on 2. Let's try this. Huge. Come on. Darn. Win a 5 on 2 here. It's black back there. I'm not going to hit black. Black can break me. There's no point removing him from there. I'm trying to butter red up to overhit me here. 5. Because I know he doesn't have a lot on capital. He leaves the 5 there, which means he pulled the 2 back from the other side. Which means he only has 5 troops on cap again. Pink is he's probably gonna hit my 3 first and then be very he's gonna be very disappointed to find black's cap here. What? Why hit the 3 then? If you know you're not gonna take the bonus there, I don't understand that. Yeah, this is what I thought would happen. This is good though, is black is trusting me. I think black took Jotunheim here in the middle, and I didn't want to hit it. I had a feeling he took it, but I didn't want to hit it. There's a 5 here. I will have 20, 22. Trade on 3? No. A problem is the 9 on 5 is not a 100% roll. And white might even knock me out of here then. It's black. He's getting 8. It's me. And we cannot contest red anymore. A little bit of a frustrating play. Purple is botted for some reason. I'm not sure why. Wouldn't be surprised if black broke pink over here, and pink will have no way of getting in there either. I wanted to win red's cap because I think white is capped in the middle here. And, oh, purple's back. That's good. Let's see. He's only got 5 there, right? Do 1 slow roll. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Do 2 slow rolls? Little risky. I went for the second one because a cap roll on a 3 territory position is still gives, like, it's still the cap dice, whereas if it's 2 territory, it's not quite so good. Or it is better. It's not quite so good for the defender, right? So if he's got 3 troops, it still defends all 3 dice, but it'll only defend with 2 dice as a normal defender does in a varied position like that. And I understand you're probably like, "Seamoney, you've been going so aggressive into this player." I have. But there is some rhyme or reason to my play. I'm hoping that pink retaliated into black here. If he wasn't able to break this and black holds 1, 2, 3 bonuses, that's not great. But I've been trying to intentionally play good neighbor with him. As long as I hold this turn, which I might not, right? Black may accelerate his hold here. He gets, if he holds this bonus, pink, I think he knocked pink out of here, but he didn't break pink. So I'm interested to see what pink does. But if pink, if he holds this, then he's going to get 14 troops, 21 on 8, down 19 on 8, probably wins. But red is gone, so we'll at least hold this. He gets 12. All right, so he doesn't actually have this bonus, but he has territory count, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe going for stuff in here. But we should hold here, and I'm going to knock red out of this position, especially knowing now that we have a bit better defense here. Black has been an absolute legend when it comes to the he's been an absolute legend when it comes to being a good neighbor. Really no good reason to be a good neighbor, but I'm not upset about it in the slightest. Obviously, I've been playing bad neighbor to red, but that's because red, I thought, didn't put enough defense on their cap early. And they had no means of doing anything to me. If I can pick up a second capital that gives me, it doesn't trap me in here, gives me the pathing out, I'm in a much better situation. The more territories I have access to, the better for me, I believe. And in this case, with black getting as strong as he is on the left-hand side, this probably hits me, right? I had a feeling that was going to hit me. With black getting as strong as he is, and obviously I can knock him out of here. He has no means of getting back in here, but this is still a little bit too many territories or too many troops for my comfort. So this goes up there. 13, I think, should be fine. He actually pulled his troops out. I didn't even notice he fortified his 7 away from there. So that actually may have gone into defense on the defense against the pink player. Red, obviously capless, only placing 3 troops now. We take this additional +3 in the middle of the board. And my cap's not great, honestly. But now that I've picked up this one, I think we're in a little bit better of a position than we were previously. And I knew white was back here, right? We knew white was on this territory, which I'm not even going to. Eleuthner? I've been told that this symbol is called an ETH? ETH? Something like that. That's my best guess. Pink trades early. That gives us a better trade in. The red 5 here. The problem is if somebody is back here, like I would like to get the elimination on them. Pink sets, doesn't hold the bonus. So this might have been a clobbering through black, but problem is black's bonuses aren't getting broken. That's why he's acting all devilish here. The issue is going to come if he ends up having both of these bonuses in here. So we'll see what he gets away with because he's going to have at least the +4/+2. He'll get 11 here. He may be able to full send. He gets 16. I think he picked up the +4, but not the +3, and pink couldn't break him. I've been good to I've been good to black up to this point. But I do wonder if maybe it's time to stop being good to black. The issue is I don't know if they did all of that attacking off their capital. Purple got broken. I think I may aggressively take this bonus instead and just see if I can outpace black on the other parts of the board. Purple with an early trade-in as well. So our trade-in is better. If I could steal black's cap, he's on a set. Uh, 13 plus 8, 21. How aggressive do we? He got 16 troops on the last turn. I don't think it's possible, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'm going to get all this right now, but we're going to try. Go for the split bonus. This is the end of red as well, so this will insta-trade me. All 3 troops landed here. Pink is capless. Hopefully purple took his capital and not black. Black's going to get a lot of troops on this next turn, plus his trade. And I have a trade on 3. Black is 20. And intentionally trying to play nice to him. Because if purple is the one with this cap and black isn't able to steal it, he kills pink for 1 card. No, 2 cards. 2 cards. Interesting. And immediately stops. So maybe purple stole the cap but didn't steal the elim. Does white eliminate red here? Oh, he clobbers black out of the middle. Wow, well played. I am not going to aggress white. I don't think that does me any good. Purple gets 13. So he might have +2, +4 second capital. I have 2 capitals. White gets only 8 there. So that is the +3 here. Black knows I'm capped here. So he has no means of getting out of here. Purple get a card. Purple does not take a card, which is interesting. I am going to trade, knowing full well that black is trading here as well. 30. I think I'm safe to 30. But this puts me back on 4 cards, and the bot red had a trade on 3, ladies and gents. Not going to hit white. Black only gets 15. Interesting, because he lost the +4 here. Presumably, this trade-in that he gets will go into purple up on top. Still card blockable. It goes bad to me. Chooses not to go bad to purple up there, and instead goes bad to me. Not only goes bad to me, but leaves these troops out on the external end to me. And purple did not take a card in the last turn. We are now on 4 cards. We could trade in and hit black, but I don't actually think that is intelligent for me. I don't think that is the right choice. I think I'd be better off buttering my cap up here, fully stacking here, and letting black come into me. Guess we can take a card here. And if white doesn't trade, I don't know white's strength. I need to actually go look at white, I think. I think the only way we have any chance of winning this game is if we take a peek at white and he doesn't trade in on 4. So let's go try to take a look at white's capital. 41. Black at 16. So he picked up an extra territory, but not an extra bonus. He's still packed up against purple up there. He may have just stolen a capital, though. Purple may be completely capless. He may have just fed himself. I wonder if he's capped here. Trades aren't that high. Hmm. 11 off cap troops. The only way this works is if purple he sits here. Is he? No, he's still getting 5. So he did lose. Purple did lose that capital. can't really do anything here. I don't think I get enough to try to eliminate white off of the trade-in. He had 41 on cap. We get 25. And I'm not open to anything. We'd have to get good dice. 20. 25, 90. Ooh, we trade in immediately off of it. I live even if I hit it. I think I gotta go for it. Black's gonna get too strong otherwise. He's got a 10 in front of me. Oh, well played. I can't do it now. I had enough if he didn't have the 10 there. And Black has this bonus and cap up here. No trade on 3, so I gotta pivot some of these troops over that way. I think... Oh, you know what? I probably could have eliminated purple, though. I may have misplayed that. I don't think purple is strong enough. I think white actually eliminates purple right now. Dang it. I wasn't even mentally processing that. Does he break me? Takes the bonus. Yeah, he's going to eliminate purple here. Shoot. And that trades into... Well played. I messed that up. I forgot. I just was so focused on him that I mentally checked out on the fact that I could have eliminated purple instead. He does opt to break me. I wouldn't do that. I mean, why? I know it closes my caps off, but I need to play a little innocent here. Black, I see the thing about Black is I think he knows he has to continue. He has to get the furthest out cap, and White currently has that. I think it's right. Wouldn't be surprised if it's on Brightablick here. And he can just trade with me down here. We can card block White. Theoretically. He gets 14. He can break pretty much all. He can break all of my bonuses. I can block from here, but I don't want to try to block until he trades in first. Okay, so he takes that back from me. Now we're in an interesting 3-player endgame. Because I'm incentivized to trade with Black, but I don't know where White goes with his material here. He gets 22. 4, 3, 2, 3. That is 10, 12. Double capital puts you at 19. He doesn't have the +4 here. He's just got territory count. If he had the +4, he'd be at 23, or probably even more. And now he doesn't know where to take his cards, right? He probably takes them into me. Black is actively trading with me down here. The issue is do I trust Black to eventually take a cap up here? Or do I trust White to go aggressively into... He trades, which we knew he would do. He's... Takes that card off of me. Why are you angry? I don't know what he wants from me. Alright, so in that case... I mean, he's made up the decision for us, right? Thing is, black's working into 2 caps right now. I don't want him giving white a card, though. Need to nip that in the bud and give him a card on this next turn. My caps are locked, which isn't great. Black obviously doesn't want to open my cap up. I get it. Which is why I'm trying to give him the card down here, because I don't want him trading with white. He doesn't add anything here. He's going to trade with white. Oh. He just pulled all of his troops off a capital? I don't understand that play. What? I can't risk him getting access to the infinite trading zone down here. He wasn't defending his capitals at all. I don't know why. Unfortunately, I'm not open to him, so what are the trades? 65? Have a trade, but I thought I was going to have to hit something up here. This is actually huge, though. If I can get rid of white, and ideally, what that equates to is if he slams this capital over here, he's going to stay buried? No, but he's playing completely off cap right now. And he's likely not going to open me up. So at this point, I'm going to defend myself because I don't want to risk black getting free caps. I get white strat here. It makes perfect sense to me, to be honest. But I have the card block advantage here if I can get white out of the board. I'm not surprised by this. He's going to probably try to check the value. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if that all backs up. All right, it backs up to a spot next to me. I traded my Joker intentionally. I really just need him to open up a cap, and I can probably sack into him. And I do trade off of him. I would trade off of the play here. But I need enough troops to hit this spot. 84 comes over. Nothing. I need exactly 10 here then. This is enough. It just needs to chunk enough. Yeah. That's the right play because it allows me. Black's big stack is not open here. I get the 50 here. He can roll this, but he shouldn't be able to get both of them. I don't hit him for anything else, and we're back on 3. So we worked the card block on white properly. We've been good buddies with black all game. He's getting a lot of troops, so I have to cut him off here. He's going to come probably break everything. I don't know where the cap is here, and I imagine he has a lot of troops on it. He doesn't get anything in the middle, though, because he didn't path this correctly. He's going to get this down here, though. So without a trade-in, trades are still only 85, so I can leave this at about 80 with a fortify elsewhere. He fortifies into the pocket there. Now, I'm not a fool. I'm not a complete fool, at least. That is going to be my block point. At this point, sit here. Leave. Yeah, that should work. I need to start churning out his big stacks. And I need him to trade first. He can break here. I know he's holding stuff in the pocket. He made the fortify obvious. And it's a smart fortify. I don't know how many troops it's going to end up equating to. I do want to leave myself with extra cards, though. So I think a block from this point here, when the time comes, is going to be the smarter block. I'm not worried about with the trade count right now. I'm pretty content with the caps that I have. On this next turn, that's when I at least start setting part of the block. Force him to open this capital down here and set the block on the underside. But the fact that this cap is tucked back here, purple's cap was right next to white, makes this a little bit better. But white didn't defend either of his capitals. He had presumably one stack in front of black, hoping that I would trade with him, which obviously I did not do. And black in the current position is getting 22 a turn. He is going to come hit me in the middle, which is smart. This is the correct choice. He's getting 22 a turn. I wouldn't dive into that pocket there unless he might try to hide more troops there. And at this point, he's taking as many territories as he can. So there's 40 troops here. I'm not fully convinced he fortified everything away from that. So what we need to do, we need 30 here to cover. I don't know that I have enough down there. I can play off of this 60. Why don't we do it like this? $30 there to cover. And this 60 is what gets the other spots here. Well played. He's been hiding that there the whole time. All right. Well. Gotta hope for no trade on 3 here. Trade on 3 would be brutal. Probably wins him the game. Well played. Unless he doesn't put it all down here. He doesn't know how much... Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't know how much I have here. So this actually works out better for me that he trades on 3. So he'll get cards down here, but I get the card here. Without ruining my own vision. I mean, this is clearly a good player. Hiding his troops, etc. Problem is, trade-in's starting to get similar amount to this. And as long as I don't open him on my cards, he'll be blocked on the following turn. So he actually should be hiding troops. He should be hiding troops behind this. And I imagine he probably is. If I had to guess, I would imagine he's hiding troops back there. But, well played. He doesn't have a trade in. We're gonna go over here because I know he's not gonna get through this. I know he's got troops hidden over here. Now it's a matter of who gets to trade on 3 first. He's at the advantage. That's for sure. Maybe I should have hit that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, back-to-back trades on 3. Or not back-to-back, but he would have back-to-back if he traded right now. There it is. And there it is. All right. What a joke. What an absolute joke. It wins that roll for him. Open me up. Just open me up. It actually just won that roll for him. You got to be kidding me. That is so silly. I'm trying to bait him into hitting this. I don't think I have a trade on 4. I do not. Like, I don't think it's going to end up being that big of a deal, but the fact that he even rolls the cap that I have there is pretty preposterous, because now I'm going to have to hit him. He doesn't open me either. Interesting. I mean, I'm going to keep stacking next to you. I'm not worried about you taking my cap in the middle. I have the trade in, and the trades are high now, so it's not that big of a deal. I'll be able to win this, but it does hurt me. It definitely hurts me. Fergus is here. In case it wasn't obvious, by the way, guys, Fergus is in fact here. He's bailing on this. Yeah, he says he knows he's going to lose it, so he bails to break as much as he can up here, which makes sense. He didn't connect himself, though. Not that he had the means to, but he's not going to get a fortify there. So, again, I need to force him to hit caps here. The fact that he comes all the way off cap there is a bit bizarre. I don't know. I don't think he hit over here. So the reason I do this, and I understand he can take a card here. I'm not worried about that. It's fine, because he's going to open the caps here. And he doesn't have a trade in. So, all right, take everything. Break here. Huge. I can just play off of this. Give some extra cards. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Because he's still not connected to... So I can trap him. This is actually even more helpful. I can trap him in the pocket down here. He did have troops over here. I can trap him in the pocket. If he gets one of these caps up here, it's also not the end of the world, although these are much closer in positioning to him. I feared a trade in here. I at least want him to force a slam, even rolls, slams a cap. It's weak now. If you keep going, I have a better chance of winning this. I can also still block you. Presumably he pulls... So here's the tell, right? I would imagine these troops get pulled up from this position here. Just take as many cards as you can, which just gives me extra cards. As long as I can re-win the capital here. We forced his trade in. He's going to bring a bunch of stuff up to this, presumably. That is an insta-fortify. Do we think it came from here or here? That's not as many troops as I thought he was going to have. I don't actually have a trade-in. So we may as well investigate. Well played. Like I said, may as well investigate. So I think it came from back here. Instant fortify of 100 troops. Could have been a quick switch. The trade in here. I'm trying to get him to burn troops. That's really the biggest thing. And he's had a bunch of early trades. And I haven't been able to weasel into his area yet. We know he's originally capped here. Trades are high. I should be able to win this. Just gotta hope I win it with good enough dice, right? Do I want to even bother hitting it, though? I think I do. I want to force him off the position. We do not get the god roll that he did. He god rolls my 8 cap over there. We have a trade on 3 at least. Force him off this position, and we fortify to this one. So now with another trade in, he steals this from me. Keeps going. Does he split? This is my question. If he splits, I might have him. He's going to send something here. Presumably not expecting a trade in. Does the if the 90 swings around, it's a bit of a bummer. I don't see the fortify at all. Because this allows me to get into his back area. Jeez, dude. He's saying good game. He thinks it's over? I'm not done, dude. Oh, he quit. Oh, he might not have a trade on 4. Why did he quit? I would see that roll, and even without the trade on 4, I would see that roll. I went pretty negative. It was probably not the right play, but I wanted to make sure I infiltrated his back area, and then I can just block him back here, and I get a bunch of extra cards. Black played a great game. I don't know why he quit. He had a bunch of extra cards. He was going to get to 5. I didn't have the means of defeating him. He was so scared to open up this cap down here. And I think that was actually probably led to his demise. Is if he worked off of this position, he could pull all of these troops off of this capital and come here. But this is a very card block heavy map. I missed it earlier. I missed it by 1 spot. I meant to prep some troops here. Didn't end up happening. I think we're going to need... I'm not going to risk opening up this cap in case there's a ton of troops on it. And in case he returns. So, just in case he comes back, I'm not going to risk fumbling it. He's not flagged. He's just MIA. But trade on 3, not the end of the world. I played quite aggressively there. Let's start going here. Ideally, I can start churning a bunch of trade-ins here and then eventually win his capital. The game, I think, will end once he flags, which is a little bit anticlimactic, unfortunately. Because I want to see how many cards he has. Yeah. I wanted to see if he had a trade on for. We will never know. But GG to the black player. I think, guys, I think he still had a chance. He must have thought I had more troops on my middle capital. I was not defending these ones all that well. Good battle with him. White, I mean, black was he was a good neighbor to me pretty much the entire game. He broke into here earlier, but I think that was mostly to make sure he could have cards. Intermediate on him and purple, expert on white, beginner on the other guys. And where do we rank Roots of Yggdrasil on our tier list? I think this map is the type of map. Well, let me review our image of the map first here. Blizzards are super impactful. Depending on where your blizzards land, you can have 1, 2, 3-point holds, but very lengthy, strong ones. You saw black. Like from my cap to Pink's original cap, all of that is a 1-point hold with the blizzard that we had here. Any blizzards that end up in the middle that still allow bonuses to be held there are super duper impactful. And even were in our game here. We just had the one here, but that you saw how much board black was holding. Bookended by 2 caps here for triple bonus. Very, very strong position. And that tends to happen a lot. 4 blizzard options on a somewhat choky map. Even the parts that look a little bit open aren't all that crazy open. You risk opening capitals up, you risk getting yourself card blocked, etc., etc. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It's large enough where there's room to maneuver and the board is able to shake out. But the middle is definitely like white. Well, I thought white was capped here. If white was capped here, he would have had the best cap on the board. Instead, he was actually made himself a little bit too easy to card block from that position. And that seemingly is what ended up happening to him. I went for the 5-card elimination. We got it. And where does that make this one land? Well, I think it's good but not great, which usually good but not great lands in these types of maps in B tier. I definitely don't think it's as good as Way to Valhalla. I think that map is just more balanced because it's more open. And not to say that open is the best way to be, but I think this one is going to find itself. I think it's better. Honestly, I think the game experience is more fun than these 2 maps, but less fun than original New Zealand and Australia. So that is that's where I'm going to land it. Upper B tier. I'm looking at all the other ones in here, and I think that I like this one more. So we're going to have that there. We're going to finish out the Viking Legends map pack next week with the Ratatoskr and Friends map. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Tier List Tuesday next week. As always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.